standing in trial or coming to try me is a terrorist. That's what their law says.
Section what, sir?
As simple as that. Section 2, subsection 3F of Terrorism Prevention and Prohibition Act. That's what it says. Any court considered to try me is committing an act of terrorism. Yeah.
Hello, my great and wonderful people. We welcome you once again to our today's episode of this program. And today, the federal government of Nigeria don't catch wetin they no fit control. Nnamdi Kanu don't break rules as he begin to quote law for the federal government of Nigeria, even to the Chief Justice of Nigeria. And the people going to be say they set to try this man as he come outside for court to call them terrorists and quote law when he be say he dey back his own word alongside with his own action. And not be only that one, even the reactions of Nigerians towards this very move of Nnamdi Kanu will see the reveal to you, even for the process of this very broadcast. And before we go on, I want quickly beg you for one favor. I beg not forget to help us like this video, because the more you like this video, the more YouTube they recommend that to many people. Now, their own policy now be that very one. Thank you so much for your support. First of all, I will leave you to hear from Nnamdi Kanu before we bring you the reactions of Nigerians towards this own stand against the federal government of Nigeria, and also all the judges want to be say they get hand for your own matter.
Accused the federal government of violating the Constitution and other international treaties following his forceful rendition to Nigeria. He also called the Prosecution Council, Boyega Awomolo, a terrorist for conducting a trial in violation of the international treaty. Let's take a look.
Anybody standing in trial or coming to try me is a terrorist. That's what their law says.
Section what, sir? As simple as that.
Section 2, subsection 3F of Terrorism Prevention and Prohibition Act. That's what it says. Any court considered to try me is committing an act of terrorism.
Yes.
It's very clear. You cannot violate a treaty that Nigeria entered into and then come to try that very person. Is not done anywhere in the world. So you must be aware of that. So that is why there is all these ridiculous delays. That is what Supreme Court said. I did not jump bail. My home was invaded. They came to kill me and I survived. They came to Kenya to kidnap me, brought me back to this country and seeking to try me, which the law says cannot happen. You cannot violate a treaty that Nigeria entered into and then hope to stand on that illegality to conduct a trial. Is not done anywhere in the world. And it happened in my case. Nobody has, there's no exception. No exception whatsoever. That's what the law says. Section 12 of the Constitution, what does it say? Any treaty ratified by Nigeria becomes law. It's law. You cannot change it. It doesn't matter what they do. All these shenanigans is just pure rubbish. You never stand.
All right, my great and wonderful people. I believe say when I don't hear say when I talk just now, say the federal government of Nigeria and the Chief Justice of Nigeria don't go catch wetin they know if he handle. Leave Nnamdi Kanu for where he did, they no one here. Now, shit they don't carry and come now. May they see wetin they don't cost for their own self now. Shit now don't see him. All right, may we they watch to see how it be say all these things will they end. So far they not kill this man. We they here. May we see where they want find their way out. All right, after this one, Nigerians begin to react concerning this very statement and all the actions so far. I will equally leave you now, make you listen to the reactions of Nigerians towards this whole issue. I'll come back for more.
All right, Rufai. Dr. Abati, I would have, presented that part of the Constitution for him to analyze at this point. But, it's been all over social media that Nnamdi Kanu has now called a federal government, a lawyer, a terrorist. Let me just take some tweets. Let me take this one particular tweet. This person wrote, "Everyone might not have agreed with Kanu, but it is very obvious that the federal government is only trying to incarcerate him unlawfully for asking for a legitimate right to self-determination after filing some fictitious charges like terrorism, etc. against him. The court acquitted and discharged him of all charges. Now, instead of obeying the court order, Buhari keeps him unlawfully for the next administration of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to continue illegally detaining him since his arrest and unlawful detention. They don't even grant him access to change of clothes. This is pure injustice. They don't want to release him, nor do they wish to grant him bail. And tomorrow they'll tell us there's a rule of law in Nigeria. Injustice for one is injustice for all. I mean, I believe that we have actually dealt with the conversation about his change of clothes and even his health. I believe that they asked the DSS to make sure that, you know, he's allowed change of clothes, he's allowed to his attorneys, he's allowed to, you know, medical attention and all of that. But I don't know what your thoughts are, Rufai, on, you know, his accusations here. I mean, this is not the first time we've heard Kanu speak. I believe just in recent times he's spoken about twice now. But, you know, I think that it is also good to hear from him. I mean, even hearing that he's talking about the fact that they tried to kill him and that he didn't jump bail.
Okay, so there are many parts to this Kanu matter. We all remember what happened, the episode, how he left the country. I said his home was invaded and he left the country, was out. He kept on, you know, making statements, and all of a sudden, we all see how he was bundled back in the Buhari style from Kenya. And for watchers of history, we all remember that this is not the first time Buhari is going to do such a thing, and it doesn't make it right. He did that also in the 80s. We remember when somebody was almost put in a crate back to this country before that was scuttled. It's finally back here. He's gone through the legal process. There's been a ruling as regards that. Then the federal government goes back again to court to say, oh, he can do this, he can do that, he can jump here. So the trial is still going on. For me, the federal government has a way of handling issues of dissent, which is two things. The incumbent president will say, it's not my problem, let me kick the can down the road to the next president. It was done. I think if you remember the case of Asari Dokuba and all of that. But some have the willingness to say, okay, let me even listen to the other part and make peace reign. I'm probably sure President Buhari looked and said, okay, we'll kick it down the road. But you see, the question I want to ask this morning is, any Nigerian truly should come out to tell me that there's been no representative of any ethnic group that has asked to leave this union. Among the three major ethnic groups, they've all asked to leave this union at one point or the other.
Now everyone has a right to self-determination.
With extension to the Ijaws. We remember Isaac Adakaboro in the 60s. Because of unfairness. We remember Sunday Igboho recently. We remember how some of this military top brass were screaming at Rabat after that interregnum when Agu Ironsi was killed. That long weekend when Nigeria had no leader before Yakubu Gowon took over. So all of us had screamed that we are not happy about the way this unit called Nigeria is favoring us. But the question is, should we throw the baby away with the bathwater as regards our screams? No. And that's why I've always said, President Tinubu will have to look for a solution to the Nnamdi Kanu debacle. He still has another 3-4 years. I know he doesn't want to deal with it now. It's not a thing he can kick down the road, like Buhari did. Also, we need to be able to get trade-offs. We want a strong, united nation, yes, as Nigerians, but also we want a nation that listens to other parts. We can talk legalese from today till tomorrow. It's not going to solve the problem. It's a political solution that will solve the problem. Right. The last time we were close to a political solution, Igbo elders went to Buhari. He said he had heard, he didn't do anything about it. At this point in time, there needs to be a solution. Yeah. Once and for all.
Political solution.
Political solution.
All right, my great and wonderful people. I believe say all of you don't see the reactions of people concerning this very matter. Nobody, when it be say it gets sense for your own upstairs, when it be say it no know say the federal government of Nigeria, they wrong for this issue of Nnamdi Kanu. May we talk the truth once and for all. Yes. Even though say Nnamdi Kanu they wrong before, but the way we be say take bundle and enter this country, in as much as law they concern, you they very, very guilty. You not feel use wrong, take correct wrong. Now this one be the wahala when be say it dey. They don't tie stick for their neck, trying to lose another bow for another person's neck. So now when it be say this issue don't reach to this very extent, I believe this one at the time when it be say round table talk need to happen. Yes, once and for all. For so long when it be say the Southeasterners don't they cry for the oppressions and also mismanagement of their resources without not giving them the first share when it be say it due to them. Even though say they don't they look, they throw away their eyes before now. Now when it be say it don't reach to this very extent, I believe say na something when it be say these people supposed to know say they're supposed to put into consideration. Yes, may they listen to these people. May we find way out once and for all. Sunday Igboho do the same thing. As they talk now, he get freedom. He dey with your family. Why Nnamdi Kanu Owo they different? This one a question when be say everybody they ask upon all the crime when it be said even the federal government of Nigeria commit at this very time. Okay, the law when it be say Nnamdi Kanu quote na wrong law. No be wrong law. The man know what they do. Yes. You know what they do. Before you take action, even as the federal government of Nigeria, you yourself supposed to consider these things. Now, waiting you sign for the fact say you feel say now you be the government. Nobody they ask you anything. No me say yes, you must do everything. You still get people when they be say it will still question you according to the law when they be say you yourself put for ground to govern you and govern your subjects. Now, so it's supposed to be. Waiting not good for you, it's not good for another person. All right, and so talking concerning this matter, we'll leave you to share your opinion with us in the comment section, even as we draw the line of this broadcast here. And before we say final goodbye, we'll quickly use this medium to appreciate each and every one of you for your time when we sit this stay with us up to this very moment. God Almighty will bless you. And equally, the way when we sit the help of the share this broadcast, your likes, your comments, all of them we appreciate them. I beg not forget to help us share this very one so that if you still reach our brothers and sisters all around the world, because we believe we want to see information, now power. And as to do so, God Almighty will bless you. We'd like to draw the conclusion of this program here. We'll see you again when we see you. Remember, we love you all. Bye-bye.